The middle core of the gay society are those who, and probably the largest percentage of the gay community, are those who are the less visible. People like us.
I think a lot of us try to move to a certain place for us to feel safe, for us to live there permanently, perhaps. And after a long time, we're afraid to speak up because we're afraid of putting ourselves at risk.
That's a good point.
And so a lot of times we depend on human rights campaign to help us fight for our rights by donating money to the campaign. And that's what we have been doing. Every time we get the letter in the mail, we donate some money for them to help us fight for what we deserve to have.
I think the things that we do to marginalize ourselves aren't any different than any other group does to marginalize themselves. But the problem is I think anybody who wants to marginalize us will only focus on the behavior and the attitudes of people that are doing things that would marginalize us. The media, what they'll do, and we've all complained about it, is the only people they'll show are the absurd icons.
Wildest drag queen.
The drag queens.
The most severe leather biker man.
Those in leather.
Some people still hide. I mean, we're living in Allentown, Pennsylvania. We're talking from Allentown, Pennsylvania here. This is a Democrat town, and we are New York, Philadelphia centric. Both bastions of liberality.
I think maybe part of the way we marginalise ourselves is because we like the sensation of we like the sensationalism of being gay, and sometimes that is interpreted by the press in totally the most extreme way, and so then we're regarded by the greater population as this extreme thing that just want all these different rights and privileges and all the rest of it.
Well, that gets back to that issue about what we're allowed and what we're not allowed, and what we celebrate and what we don't celebrate.
And so, sometimes the gay community are so set on being fabulous and this, that, and the other, and we kind of miss the point, I think, sometimes. Instead of just going for the goal, we're sort of much more into the flashy approach.
Every gay and lesbian person we know, we also know a straight counterpart that acts and behaves exactly like them. So there's nobody in the gay community that marginalizes the gay community any more than there's people in the straight community that marginalize the straight community. That's all. I mean, that's how I see it.
I'm saying average rights because equal rights seem somehow to be too much. So let's just have average rights. Green card. I mean, if you're not involved with a foreign national, that's a non-issue. But it's one of the things that go on the list that you're not empowered to do. Still, in many, many places, if you and your spouse have been together forever, and one of the families or one of the two doesn't approve, you have no visitation rights, no rights of survivorship. If they die, you have no living rights. What do you call that? Where you're living in a space, you have no rights to property.
I would just like everybody to be more accepted and accepting, and not just us, but not just the gay community, like Jess was talking about before, minorities in general. You live in the U.S. and there's a variety of people, and that's one of the things that makes it a great place to live. So it would be nice if people understood that.
I think eventually there will be more equality. It's not going to be an easy path. There's still a lot of puritanical beliefs and constraints going on in this country. But I think with time, may not be our lifetime, but there is going to be steady progress. I mean, just, we've seen it even within our own lives. And, because things are very different from, like my mom's generation.
To be able to earn those jobs, or the right to be able to live and rent those places to live. I think that's that and marriage and adoption. The right to adopt a child.
I don't think there's a particular area. I think it's just we should have average rights. We should have the same average rights as everyone has. And that's every group. Every group who is a legal citizen of the United States should have the same rights. Just average rights.
One of the things I'd like to see the gay community move forward to is to not be the gay community, but a part of a larger community, is what I would like. And that's how I would like to see, that's what my dream of us moving forward is.